You know that dream we're all sold? The one where success means a bigger house, more rooms, more stuff to fill it with? Well, what if that dream is actually a financial trap? Today, we're going to dig into how living small, a principle inspired by practices in Japan, isn't about sacrifice at all. It's actually a super powerful strategy for building real wealth.
So let's just start with this question. Think about that dream home you've got pictured in your head. Is it a sprawling mansion, a giant suburban house? What if that picture is actually holding your finances hostage? It's kind of an uncomfortable thought, I know, but asking it is the first step to totally rethinking our relationship with money and space.
And this is where we flip the whole script. In many places, especially in Japan, living in a compact space isn't seen as a compromise. Oh no, it's a masterclass in efficiency. It's a deliberate choice that unlocks thousands of dollars in savings, cuts down on stress, and frees up your money for the things that you actually care about. So let's break down exactly how this works.
All right, first up, let's talk about the absolute biggest, most impactful financial decision you can possibly make: where you choose to live. Seriously, your address and the size of your home aren't just line items in a budget. They are the biggest levers you have to completely change your financial future.
Okay, check out this real-world example from the source material. A friend of the author decided to move just 3 subway stops away from the super trendy, super expensive downtown core. We're not talking about a move to the suburbs here, just a tiny little shift on the map. But the impact on their wallet, whoa, it was massive.
That little move dropped their rent by 33%. Just let that sink in. Over a year, that's not just a few bucks saved on coffee. That is literally like getting a massive raise at your job just by adding, 10 minutes to your commute? It's incredible. And look, it's not just about the location, it's about the size. Every single square foot you pay for but don't actually use is just money you are setting on fire. You know that guest room that sits empty for like 350 days a year? That's not an asset, my friend. It's a very expensive storage unit that you're paying for every single month.
So once you've figured out the right size for your home, the next big thing is what you decide to put inside it. And this is key. This is not about filling space. This is about furnishing for freedom. It's about making sure that you own your stuff and it doesn't end up owning you.
I absolutely love this quote from the source material because it just reframes everything, doesn't it? We're so often taught that an empty room is a problem that needs to be solved with more stuff. But what if we started seeing our furniture as tools? You only really need the tools to do the job of living. Everything else, it's just a trophy collecting dust.
This whole mindset is just so beautifully captured in the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi. It's all about finding beauty in things that are simple, functional, and maybe even a little imperfect. It's the polar opposite of chasing after every new trend you see on Instagram. It's about choosing a few things that actually mean something to you, not just filling your house with decorative junk.
So how do you actually do this? Well, it's a pretty simple 3-step process. First, just identify the essentials. What do you really, truly use every single day? Your bed, a table, a comfy chair. Step 2, sell the rest. All that extra furniture is just cash waiting to be put back in your pocket. And then step 3, invest that money in quality. Instead of buying 5 cheap fall-apart pieces, buy 2 amazing things you'll love for years and years.
Okay, on to our third point. Now, living small does not mean feeling cramped. Not at all. The secret, the real magic, is efficiency. It's not about how much space you have, it's about how you use that space.
This slide shows the power of what we're calling the smart swap. I mean, why pay rent on a formal dining room you use twice a year when a nice folding table works perfectly fine? Why have a whole guest room sitting empty when a really comfortable pull-out sofa does the exact same job? And why do you need a giant walk-in closet when some clever vertical shelving can literally double your storage? Each swap gets rid of expensive, wasted space.
Living in a smaller, more efficient space also creates this amazing psychological shift. It forces you to ask one simple but totally game-changing question before you buy anything new. This isn't about feeling deprived, it's just about being intentional. And that tiny little pause is often all you need to realize you don't actually need that thing after all. And what happens is, your home itself becomes a tool that helps you build better financial habits. That limited space acts like a natural guardrail against impulse buys and what the source calls stuff creep, right? You can't fill your home with clutter if there's literally no room for it. This one shift can save you thousands over time without ever having to follow a painful, restrictive budget. All right, for our final section, let's talk about the invisible costs.
Because the price tag you see on a big house, that is just the tip of the iceberg. There is a hidden tax that comes with size, a constant, quiet drain on both your money and your time.
I mean, just think about it for a second. More space means higher heating and cooling bills. Every single month. It means more time you have to spend cleaning or more money paying someone else to do it. More rooms means more faucets that can leak, more appliances that can break, more things that need fixing. And that huge, beautiful yard, well, that's a constant expense for water, equipment, and just general upkeep. These are the costs that quietly bleed your bank account dry.
You can see it right here on this chart. The annual burden of maintenance, and we're talking both money and time, is just dramatically higher for a large home. By choosing a smaller space, you're not just getting a lower mortgage, you are slashing all of these ongoing, stressful, expensive headaches. You're buying back your money, and maybe even more importantly, you're buying back your time. And the payoff here is so real. The source shared this awesome story of a family who downsized, and they said the savings from lower maintenance alone felt like they had gotten a massive pay raise at work. All that freed up money went straight into their investments, and they built a financial cushion they never, ever could have dreamed of in their old, bigger, more expensive house.
So we'll end with this. This whole idea isn't about what you have to give up. It's about what you stand to gain. More savings, more time, way less stress, and a whole lot more freedom. By just rethinking that old dream home idea, you might just find a much, much richer life with a lot less stuff.